You wake up, check your phone, and immediately absorb a dozen urgent emails, a calendar conflict, and a passive-aggressive Slack message. The workday hasn't even started, yet you are already behind. You spend the next 10 hours running at maximum capacity, only to finish the day with a longer to-do list than when you started. Take Alex. He puts in 60 hours a week. He answers emails at midnight, yet his salary hasn't moved in 2 years, and his personal relationships consist mostly of apologizing for being too busy. He is playing the game of life as hard as he can, and he is losing. We all know someone who operates differently. They leave the office at 5, their career advances steadily, and they somehow project a sense of absolute calm. They don't have superior genetics, and they weren't handed a trust fund. They are simply running a different operating system. That system is codified in Richard Templar's The Rules of Life. It's a set of behavioral algorithms designed to strip away wasted effort and align your actions with actual results. By mastering these unwritten rules, daily existence stops being a frantic, exhausting fight against the current. It becomes a state of frictionless momentum, where your energy is spent moving forward instead of just staying afloat. The transformation begins with the internal audit. Before you can influence office politics or navigate complex relationships, you have to seal the leaks in your own mental energy. Templar lays this out in Rule 17. Change what you can change, let go of the rest. It is a strict energy conservation protocol, borrowed directly from ancient Stoicism. If a variable is outside your direct control, spending emotion on it is a mathematical waste of your resources. Instead of stressing over his manager's unpredictable moods or the company's shifting quarterly goals, Alex redirects that exact same energy into things he dictates entirely. He biohacks his morning routine, optimizing his sleep and nutrition, and completely ignores the external chaos waiting for him at the office. Crucially, he does this quietly. Templar's rule number 1 is keep it under your hat. When people decide to improve their lives, their first instinct is often to announce it to the world. But broadcasting your intentions trades the hard work of actual change for the cheap, immediate validation of public approval. This chart illustrates the difference in outcomes. The line spiking quickly and crashing back to zero represents public goal setting, an initial burst of dopamine followed by rapid burnout. The second line shows silent, system-based execution. Without the distraction of an audience, the progress builds steadily and compounds exponentially over time. Operating in silence with selective focus creates an impenetrable foundation. It stops the bleeding of your mental energy and gives you the exact reserves you need to handle the external world. Once the internal mechanics are sealed, you can project that stability outward. This is the social protocol, the phase where internal control translates into interpersonal leverage. Look at this radar chart demonstrating Templar's Rule 47. Draw lines around yourself. To survive high-stress environments, establish a strict defensive perimeter. This boundary actively pushes away incoming stress vectors. Alex executes this uncompromisingly. When colleagues dump a weekend crisis, he declines to step in. Most people assume that being constantly available makes them indispensable. The reality is the exact opposite. By removing his emotional availability to everyday panic, Alex makes his time and attention scarce. Clearly defined personal boundaries do not alienate your colleagues. They teach people how to treat you, commanding an immediate, non-negotiable baseline of respect. Put this into a high-stakes scenario. A major client deliverable fails on a Friday afternoon. The immediate office-wide reaction is pure panic. Frantic emails fly, fingers start pointing, and managers reactively shout to cover their own tracks. This is where you deploy Rule 11. Be the last to raise your voice. It is your strategic countermeasure to the collective emotional contagion infecting the room. While the room spins out of control, Alex sits perfectly silent. He lets his colleagues rapidly deplete their emotional capital against the current. The panic inevitably hits a ceiling. The shouting stops, and the room is left exhausted, desperate for actual direction. That exact moment, after the emotional peak has passed, is when Alex offers a calm, logical solution. Absolute emotional restraint during a crisis is the ultimate separator. It instantly shifts a person's perceived status from a reactive subordinate caught in the chaos to the unshakable leader who directs it. All of this discipline points toward the final pillar, the sustainable happiness system, drawn from Templar's bonus rules. The modern professional is taught a specific myth. Happiness is a destination. You are told that if you grind through the misery now, You will eventually unlock contentment in the form of a promotion, a larger house, or a higher tax bracket. This feedback loop diagram illustrates the actual mechanics of Rule 39. Templar argues the exact inverse of the modern myth. Self-generated internal contentment isn't the prize at the end of the race. It is the power source that drives your external, professional, and social success. When you rely on external achievements to make you happy, you are forced into a frantic, exhausting juggling act, constantly chasing the next milestone to feel adequate. By securing your own internal baseline, you remove that desperation. Sustainable happiness is a deliberate, daily mechanical system you maintain. It is a tool you use to navigate the world, rather than a cosmic reward you hope to receive for suffering through the daily grind. 6 months into running this new operating system, Alex's reality looks completely different. He secured his promotion, he upgraded his living conditions. More importantly, he now possesses the quiet, enviable discipline he once admired in others. He reached this frictionless state through 3 pillars: the internal audit to conserve his energy, the social protocol to leverage his boundaries, and the sustainable happiness system to power his drive. Now here is your 21-day challenge. Do not try to overhaul your entire life by tomorrow morning. Instead, select just 3 rules. Keep your goals absolutely secret. Draw one firm professional boundary. Choose internal contentment. Execute those 3 rules flawlessly, every single day, for 3 weeks. Once you do, pay close attention to the people around you. Observe the immediate, measurable shift in how colleagues react to your new operating system. True, enduring success does not require you to bleed for it. It is simply the cumulative, compound effect of choosing the frictionless way, day after day.